Greetings, my movie ghouls! Welcome back to our Halloween countdown, 31 Days of Horror. I'm Nate, the Ultimate Movie Geek, and tonight we watched Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. Directed by Danny Steinman and starring Corey Feldman for
2 minutes.
2 minutes, 2 minutes as he approaches the grave of Jason Voorhees. And then two grave robbers show up and dig him up and die straight away. It follows Tommy as he grows up and he's in it's like a halfway house for the mentally ill.
Yeah, so it's meant to be for kids with mental illness. I'm not sure how much of a kid he is.
But we know that in these films, you're a kid when you're 29.
Yeah.
So
Beverly Hills 90210 all kids.
Yeah, syndrome.
Yeah.
But it's one of those films. It's a Friday the 13th film, so you know what more can we say?
Same old thing, innit?
There's no lake, but they're surrounded by woods in a house, and there's loads of teens who are horny and a bit mental, and they're being picked off one by one by Jason. Or are they? It's 1985. I'm not really spoiling, am I?
Yeah.
I'm the only person who hasn't seen this film until tonight.
I think I had, but I'd forgotten it because it was quite forgettable.
What I didn't realise is, and right, spoilers for the 1985 film, it's slightly older than me, this film, by a month. I didn't realise that it wasn't Jason until the very end. This is another film, another Friday the 13th film, that isn't Jason. That's mental. How did he get away with that? Because everyone talks about Jason. I think if the Scream Killers had phoned me up,
of Jason.
I would have died.
It's not, it's just the embodiment of Jason, isn't it?
Yeah. When does it become supernatural?
I don't know, we'll have to keep watching.
Oh, we will. Next
year.
year.
I watched them all when I was a little kid. So
Next year is number
remember.
6. What did you... my sister watched this with us, and we were all... We should be on Gogglebox, really, shouldn't we? Because we were just taking the piss out of the film. We were counting down the minutes until we saw some boobies. And we saw, 3 sets of boobies?
Yeah.
And there was only one time that a couple had sex. And it was over quick. I think he had to go and have a wash.
Really quick, yeah. Poor lass.
It's such a funny film. What I don't get is the killer kills in twos. So there's always 2 people that he kills. He never goes after one at a time, does he?
No.
What do you think of the film?
It was just a typical Friday the 13th. If you like slasher movies and you love Jason, you'll love this film.
Basically.
Cheese fest. We've watched it. I won't be watching it again.
No.
I'd have liked it when I was younger. I think for me, these are films that you watch
As a kid. Yeah.
They're not scared. They're scary when you're a kid, but they're not scary when you're older.
It is one of those, isn't it? Because it's still on our TV now. It's an 18 rating. That's probably for the blood and gore. It's not actually as bad as, say, something... What have we watched recently that had blood and gore in it?
God, I don't know.
It's, say Dawn of the... Dawn of the Dead. That had a lot of blood and gore in. This is nowhere near that. I wouldn't even think that this should be an 18.
Yeah, but this has got 4.5 stars out of 5 on Prime. What's that about?
Yeah.
Who's
4.8 on
been rating
IMDb.
that?
But
It's each to their own.
But it is, right, as someone said, it's a classic. It is a classic. It built the tropes that became stuff like Final Girls and everything. So this is why it is 4.5
classic slasher.
They release them every year. This is the 5th one. I think the first one didn't start in 1980.
Yeah.
So this is the 5th year. And we were looking at it earlier. This one had a 2.2 million budget and made 22 million. The year before it had something similar, like 2 million budget and made 59 million. So the they're just easy watching, and they sold the tickets.
You're not paying for top quality acting.
No, you're not.
Some of the acting in this was absolutely appalling.
One of the actors, though, we realised, is the guy who gave Indiana Jones his fedora in Last Crusade. What? You lasted it, kid. Doesn't mean you have to like it. What? I love that film. It's the best film ever.
So yeah, it's it doesn't scare me either. If like the whole point of watching things like this is sort of things to scare you. We've watched a few that are scary or disturbing or a bit different. Didn't scare me. It's proper cheese fest. We were sat absolutely wetting ourselves at it. Me and Freya came up with the exact same line.
Yeah, you did.
Get off the floor.
Because she falls over.
We both went, get off the floor, you daft cow. But both said it
at the same time.
in unison.
But as well, though, the storyline, you knew who it was straight away because you said, the words you said. Now, again, spoilers. One of the kids in the halfway house gets killed. And one of the ambulance drivers comes and gets them. And you said, he looks like him. It's probably his dad. Now, you have seen it before, but you didn't remember it. You didn't say it like you knew it. And you wouldn't spoil a film. And it turns out she was absolutely right. It was his dad. What's that about?
The ambulance man.
Oh, God.
Well, there was two of them. So he was killing the kids at the halfway house because his kid, even though he'd never had out to do with him, had been killed.
Yeah.
And
was the two of them?
Yeah.
So there was?
Yeah.
And it was the kid who was Corey Feldman.
Tommy.
Earlier on.
He's nuts.
Fucking...
It was a really weird film. But it's just the acting by him was shocking. He said about 5 lines in the entire film, didn't he?
Oh, the guy who kept freaking out because of everything. Taking the tablet, seeing...
Well, I just acted better than he did. You missed it. That's all he did in the entire film. Yeah.
Yeah, someone, like, yeah.
So yeah, he turns into Jason in the end, puts the mask on, kills that last one with it.
I've got to say, though, I want to know where it goes from here. Does he stay as Jason? Does he carry on killing?
Oh, we'll see
in the next...
year.
I know, but we've got to wait 365 days.
Oh, maybe not that long, but yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a 3 just because it's Friday the 13th film.
You were just saying that Amazon Prime gave it a 4.5.
No, I'm giving it a 3. I'm not
That's a
giving it
3. That's pretty close, though.
It's an alright. It's a... Like you say, he's built all the films that we enjoy now and we've moved on. Maybe back in the 80s we'd have thought this was amazing because we didn't know any better.
Because it was new.
Yeah.
And I suppose, it's paved the way for films that we get now.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it.
It's watchable.
3 pumpkins.
And it made me laugh, if anything else.
It
It didn't scare the life out of me. It made me think we had a few good cracks.
It's funny as well. You know how, like, Scary Movie aped Scream, which was also commentary on horror films. This is almost like that. They are quite funny. Like the mother and son who live near the halfway house.
They were just bizarre.
What's that about? He's riding around on his motorbike, screaming at the top of his voice because he got beaten up, and then he gets decapitated. It's great.
Call him a giant dildo.
Oh yeah,
It's very bizarre.
her language. It's so funny.
It's very bizarre. Yeah.
Oh.
Very odd film. But yeah, classic film. What more can you say?
No, yeah, that's it. Oh. No, I loved it just because it was entertaining. It's entertainment. That is it.
It really so bad it was good.
Yeah, it was good because it was just terrible. I loved it. Roll on next. I want to watch the next one now, to be honest. I want to see where it goes. And I want to know when Jason comes back because we know he does. We'll call that day. I'm Nate, the Ultimate Movie Geek. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified every time we release a video. Thank you for watching. Sleep tight, everybody. And look, Scully's back.